Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to my studio. In today's podcast, I showed some styling tips and tricks for the Appolonia wrap crochet pattern, and I thought you might like to see an excerpt of the podcast to just see the styling tips. And I also thought it might be fun to show you some different styling things that you can do with a rectangular wrap. It's a little chilly here this morning, which is why I wanted to wear something a little cozy as well. But I'll show you the wrap first. Here is the wrap. And I'm just wearing it over a bodysuit and jeans, but you're not really seeing the bodysuit because I'm using the wrap as more of a top this morning. So first off, the easiest way to style it would be just wearing it over your shoulders. So if you just wanted to wear it as a wrap, you could absolutely do that. It's a very large, generous size. Don't remember the dimensions off the top of my head, but if you go to the pattern page, you can get all of that information, and Judy's already posted a link. We'll put the links in the video description when this is a recorded video as well. So I'm using one of my little butterfly clips, and you can see how well that closes it. It has definitely more of a poncho or cardigan vibe this way. And because it's a decent size, it covers a lot in the back too, even though it's still just a rectangular wrap. This is how I was intending to wear it today, but I also brought a stretchy belt to remind you that you can actually make this, with a little bit of an optical illusion, you can actually make this look more like a cardigan or a vest as well. So you could do this with a stretchy belt or with a non-stretchy belt. And I actually grabbed the wrong stretchy belt. This one is a little too big. I would prefer it to be a little bit tighter for this because we're trying to keep something in place. But it's okay. You'll get the gist of it. So I had the wrap around my neck, facing down, and what I'm trying to do is smooth these end pieces out to come to the center in the back too. In fact, we could probably clip it there. Now, this is going to be hard to do evenly without a mirror, but I think you'll still get a gist for what I'm doing, even if I don't do it perfectly. Whoops! So I'm going to try clipping these two together back there. I'm experimenting. This may work, it may not, and we're doing it live, so oh well. We'll find out in a second. You may not need to clip them back there either. I'm just kind of curious to see what this will do. Okay, so now, once you have it belted and you have the sides smoothed all the way from front to back, you want to lift your arms up. You want to make sure you have enough room for your arms. So this is when I'll lift my arms up just a little bit to give myself some space. And you can see it looks way more like a vest now, doesn't it? Isn't that great? Even the back. Now I did clip it to see if that helped. I don't think it's necessary, and I think it's making me lose a little movement. There we go. I think that you would have a little more control with a tighter belt. This belt doesn't fit me very well, so whether you did a belt with loops or something that fits you better, look at how loose this is. Whoops, it's just not the right belt. But I know that you can still get the gist of what I'm doing here. So it's not just, so you're sliding these pieces around, you're lifting up your shoulders to get some more room, so you have room to move your arms. See how I'm giving myself some arm movement? And then just zhuzhing it around, you know? You just want to zhuzh it around until you feel like you've got the right kind of movement, the right kind of coverage, and still have a butterfly clip. I could even pin it up here if I wanted to. I mean, gosh, at a glance, that looks like a cardigan or a vest now, doesn't it? Isn't that amazing? This is just a rectangle. It's just a rectangle. But it looks way more fitted and way more like a three-dimensional garment just by adding that belt and zhuzhing it a little bit and just getting it to, you know, manipulating the drape of the fabric a little bit. Isn't that exciting? I love doing stuff like that. Now, having said all that, and I'm dressed underneath for coverage, right? But if you were wearing this over your jacket, you could totally have the most gorgeous, the most colorful, and the most voluminous scarf. Look at that. If you wanted to wear this over a long sleeve shirt or a jacket, a jean jacket in the spring or fall, a winter jacket in the winter time, I mean, gosh, great, great, great scarf. And then if you wanted to go even further, you could use a clip of some kind and make it into a draped cowl. You could pin that one there. You could even tuck this one up as well if you wanted to, or leave this one down. Kind of like all of that volume and all of the edging being tiered. But it's another great look. Look at that. It doesn't even look like the same piece anymore. It looks like it would be a completely different construction. And I gotta tell you, this feels like luxury wrapped around my neck. Oh my gosh. It feels so soft and warm and cozy. I think it was 50 when I got up this morning, which obviously isn't the right temperature for a tank top. And that's why I decided to wear this as, you know, more of a cover-up. So I'm wearing it kind of poncho-like. Now you could also really go poncho style and turn it to the side here and clip it like that so that you've got one arm. Let me make sure I have this. Hold on. Again, this would be easier to do in front of a mirror, but I'm going to pin it where I think it would go nice on my shoulder. Let's see. Am I close to even? Close to even. All right. All right, so now I have it clipped in the front, but I'm going to turn it to the side and check it out. Okay, so, and you might want to judge that as well to see how much shoulder coverage you want. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit, give myself a little more shoulder coverage and see how that looks. There we go. And we've got a poncho. Look at that. We've got an asymmetrical poncho. So you could leave your one arm out. You could take a second clip and close these up so it would just be like a cold shoulder. I did not do this evenly at all, did I? All right, let me try it one more time, because I really would like to give you a better idea of how this would work. All right, let's try it one more time. So we've got, does that look about even? Yeah, that looks about even. Let's try this again. Again, way easier to do this in front of a mirror, in front of a table or a bed or something where you can lay it out and measure those. Oh, that's closer. That's much closer. So honestly, just one clip, I think that's absolutely gorgeous. But you could do a second clip here and close up that side and just have your arm hanging out like that. That would be really pretty too. Or you could even, if you wanted to, you could sew that all up as well. But honestly, so many ways to wear a rectangle when it's a yarn that has a lot of great drape. It does look great like that too. Honestly, there's just so many ways you can wear a rectangle. We've talked about this in all kinds of projects. We've talked about this with the Mary Jane shawl in Be So Caring book. We've talked about this in tons of rectangular shawls and cardi vests over the years. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, please leave them for me in the comments. And links are provided in the video description for everything we talked about in this video. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.